Hi guys, it's Mrs.Shopsalot. I have a Louis Vuitton fail again. So I bought a bag on eBay and it looked really good in the pictures minus a huge, so in the video or in the listing, it said that there was a huge yellow stain, but you couldn't see the huge yellow stain until after I found it or after I received it and went back. Okay, so first off, this is the bag. Okay, so this big Speedy 30 was crammed into a dust bag this big. I mean crammed, like it was origami folded into that bag. So first thing I did was I noticed that there was blue marks. I don't know if this is, can you see that? And I think it's from the way it was folded and maybe it got wet or damp or something and the blue from here bled. I did put it on a couple of websites and they think that it's ink or dye and it is not going to come out. So then I seen the stain on the bottom, and when I say it was huge, it's like this big, and it was yellow or orange. But that being the first thing I saw, or second thing I saw, I did try a little bit of a magic eraser on the bottom and it came off. So I was like, okay, well I can get most of this off, so I'm not worried about that. But these blue stains I'm worried about. Let me see. So what I did with this, where is it? Right there. I put, wait, where is it? Yeah, right here and right here. I don't know if you can still see them, but I really delicately put a little bit of acetone. Careful, please use this at your own risk. Mixed with water, so it wasn't full strength. And I lightly dabbed it, got as much blue off as possible, and then took makeup, because this isn't really white. This is like a yellowish cream. So I just took some makeup and kind of rubbed it in to almost blend in with this. So I think I've covered some of the blue. I don't know if you can see any of it. There was little spots. And then I threw this on there hoping to cover up some more. Because other than that, I mean, the bag is in really good condition. But wait, I'll get to the bottom part. So I was really sad that all that blue was on there. So, you know, I contacted the seller and I tried to be as nice as possible because I do love the bag and I did want to keep it. But I wanted, you know, I didn't order it with, okay, rightfully so, I did order it with the yellow stain, which if I was somebody else would have probably flipped out. But I told her, I was like, you know, well, the yellow stain was one thing, but the blue stains, I don't know if I can get out. So I said, I either want to return it or for a full refund, or I can see if I can get it fixed. Because I know there are some handbag clinics and whatever. So I contacted Love in My Bags and they said that it's not going to come out. They do have a product called the Bye Bye Dye. And she said that may or may not take some of it out, but it'll never all come out. So I responded to her and I told her, you know, I'm not going to be able to get this out and I'm going to have to return the bag. I really wanted to keep it, but, you know, I don't want to spend as much as I did on a bag that has stains that I didn't know about. So we wound up coming to an agreement of she refunded me half of what I paid. So I wound up paying $70 for the bag. And then this way, if I have to put money into getting it cleaned, I'm not so upset. But let me show you the good and then I'll show you the bad. So I knew the handles were dark and I'm going to try to clean them some more. These are pretty clean for the most part and they're pretty still light. But I mean, check out the piping. The piping is almost perfect. Now you'll have to forgive me because I've never done the whole car thing. So that part is perfect. Now let me show you where the stain is. So when I say this was a huge yellow stain, this was a huge yellow stain. And I painstakingly went over each white square with said acetone water mixture and a Q-tip and went over each tiny little square until I got most of it off. Okay, oh wait. First. So the first thing I did was, everybody was like, oh, LA awesome, blah, blah, blah. Not so awesome in my case. So I got my LA awesome because I always have that stuff because it is great for handbag cleaning. I got my little scrub brush. Immediately started taking blue off. So I was like, oh, so I stopped doing that. And then again, I went over each little freaking square. So there is still yellow around the blue squares and some yellow in the blue. But when I tell you this looks 90% better than it did, that's saying a lot because this was bad. Okay, so hold your breath. Okay, so I got as much as I could off. As you can see, some of the came off because it's not terrible. It's still there, but who's looking at the bottom of my bag? So that was this is my failed Louis purchase. So I'm not sad about it. Well, yes, I am very sad because had it not been for these blue stains on it, it would have been a great bag. The inside had, I don't remember, I think the inside was pretty good, but now I have a liner in there. So wasn't really worried about that. It does have the lock and key, but yeah, it sucked. It hurt my feelings a lot. So be careful what you buy. And, you know, so like I said, I don't know if she took pictures and something happened to it. She's like, oh, I always stored it in that bag. When I tell you this dust bag was like this big, it was so tiny. It wasn't even big enough for a wristlet. Like, it was way too tiny. So I don't know if from being in there, because she was like, well, I don't think it would bleed on there. And I don't think it was the black dust bag. It was in a black silky dust bag. Like a shoe dust bag. Like, that's how small it was. So I don't think it was from that. I personally think it was from being crammed in there, or it was from something she did to it and didn't disclose it. But either way, of 70, I can eventually get it redone. There are companies out there that will that can paint the blue squares and the cream. So I mean, for right now, okay, now the sun has gone down. Let me check out that yellow stain again. You can still see where it was. Like, it was yellow. Like, I don't know what happened to it, but I was able to get these parts clean, but you can still see, like, around here where I couldn't touch it, because if I did, it would take the blue off. But yeah, that sun going down helps tremendously. All right, so you can see the blue here and the blue here, and then I tried to cover it up. I mean, from far away, it's good. Up close, if you're that up in my business, we have more of an issue than what's wrong with my bag. So, I hope you enjoyed my fail again. I do have a win. I got a really great Louis online. So 2 of them. So actually like 4, but you know. I will show you those soon. But I wanted to kind of just show you what's going on with this guy. And yeah. So my fail, your gain on knowing what and what not to use. Yeah, see, now you can see it. And like I said, I got busy with the... I know that the Azure is very sensitive, so be super careful. Like, I'm not even afraid to wear jeans with this bag, because I've heard so much about dye transfer coming off on these. So that's my fail of the day. Hope you guys liked it, and I will be doing more videos. So as always, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.